The Machiavelli trick to instantly reverse power. Power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it disappears on purpose, just to shift the board. The greatest trick Machiavelli ever revealed wasn't how to dominate, but how to retreat in a way that flips the entire dynamic. When you seem to surrender, people stop guarding themselves. When you seem to lose, the room relaxes. That's when real power enters, invisible, precise, undetected. Machiavelli knew this. If you want to reverse the power, let them think they've won. Let them drop their shields. Then, with one move, not rage but calculation, you reclaim control. Not by force, but by design. Most people fight to prove they're strong. The Machiavellian doesn't. He fights to position himself, and sometimes that means becoming underestimated. Because being feared is powerful, but being ignored is lethal. When they think you're out of the game, they stop watching. And when they stop watching, that's when you move. That's when the reversal begins. It's not emotional, it's chess. The trick is to appear harmless, disarmed, even foolish, while your mind calculates every angle in silence. You don't reverse power by resisting. You reverse it by absorbing, watching, waiting, striking, when no one sees it coming. The moment they underestimate you is the moment you win. Not loudly, not publicly, but permanently. Because while they're flaunting dominance, you're quietly repositioning. You use their arrogance as fuel. You let their ego build the tower so you can remove the foundation. Power, when reversed correctly, doesn't look like an attack. It looks like evolution. You don't scream, you transform. The man who truly understands Machiavelli knows that a sudden shift isn't a fluke. It's the result of a long, silent plan. And by the time they notice, it's already too late. You've already become the center of gravity. Most people try to be the loudest in the room. But the Machiavellian trick is to be the one who listens the most. Observation is your weapon. You learn their patterns, their weaknesses, their hunger for attention, and then you feed it. Not to support them, but to guide them exactly where you want them. Reversing power isn't about force. It's about narrative. When you understand what story they're trying to tell, you write the ending. You flip the script, not by fighting it, but by becoming the author. That's not just power. That's prophecy. And it always starts in silence. There comes a moment where the roles start to shift, and they don't even notice it. You play the fool, the harmless one, the background character. But beneath the mask, you're calculating. You're redirecting attention, bending assumptions, laying the trap. The trick isn't to overpower. It's to outlast. You don't stop them from winning. You let them believe they've already won. That's the Machiavellian edge, giving people the illusion of control while quietly taking it. Power doesn't always look like a throne. Sometimes it looks like a shadow, quiet, unseen, but always one step ahead. Reversing power isn't about revenge. It's about balance. It's realizing that those who once ruled over you gave you the blueprint to dismantle them. Their tactics, their tells, their blind spots. You study them like scripture, and eventually you stop reacting and start responding. You shift from defense to design. Your moves aren't emotional. They're architectural, cold, clean, strategic. You don't just survive the power game, you redesign the board. That's when everything changes. When you're no longer the piece being played, You become the hand that moves them all. The ones who underestimate you, they never see it coming. They think silence means weakness. They think humility is surrender. But you've been storing every slight, every dismissal, every disrespect, not in bitterness, but in blueprint. You've been building yourself in the dark, quietly, relentlessly, not to prove anything to them, but to prepare for the moment when you no longer need to, when your very existence challenges everything they thought they knew. That's the final stage of power, not to win, but to redefine what winning means, not to attack, but to render their attacks irrelevant. And now, you move like a ghost through their expectations, no longer chained to their opinions, no longer waiting to be recognized. You've become unpredictable, and that makes you untouchable. Your strength isn't in shouting louder, it's in making your silence terrifying. You don't need their attention, you command their respect by not needing it. That's the art of Machiavellian reversal, not brute force, but strategic invisibility. The ability to appear when it matters and vanish when it doesn't. Power, after all, is not about being seen. It's about knowing exactly when not to be.